too much. Ladies and gentlemen, he's funny, he's hilarious, he's one of the best comedians around. He shut down Lagos 2 weeks ago with his show. Absolutely hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, introduce to some, present to others. Make some noise, Damola! Make some noise for Damola!
Alright, thank you. Alright, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Alright, thank you. Damola is my name. Alright, so I was introduced as a former lecturer. I think I'll just do a joke around that. I did that somewhere last week. I think I'll do that again. Alright, you see, if you have schooled in Nigeria at any time or the other, at one time or the other, you must have at least experienced one of these things I'm about to talk about. You know, there are different types of students in every school or in most schools. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some students that when they have exams, they sit in front. By the time they enter the exam hall, they answer questions with confidence. If you ask them, they will not answer you. If you try to copy them, you cannot see them to copy. By the time the result comes out, you will see 85A. There are some other students. Their own work is to cover their book. If you ask them, they will not answer you. If you try to see them, if you try to copy them, you cannot see them to copy. Those students will still fail. There are some students, they are so confident that they are going to fail. They enter the exam hall and they sit at the back. They collect the answer script and they sleep off. Ladies and gentlemen, they will write one or two things after a while. And after like 10 minutes, you will see them going to the front to submit. Everybody will now start looking at the back that, 2 hours paper. You are done in 10 minutes. If a lecturer should ask you this question, just know that you are paid. Are you sure you are done? There are another group of students. Anywhere they sit, they can copy. All they just need to do is to sit down and focus their eyes somewhere. If you like, sit in front and they are at the back, they will see everything. All they will just do, as if they are scanning, just hear, they focus on somebody. As the person is writing, they are downloading. The problem with some people is that they will still write those people's name and matrix number. There are some other students, ladies and gentlemen, their work is to arrange formation. They just enter the exam of you will sit down, you will sit down, you will sit down, you will sit down. I will supply 1 to 5, you supply 1 to 7, you supply 8 to 10. The only way to scatter their formation, just remove somebody from the center, that's all. There are some other students, ladies and gentlemen, their own work is to cram into the exam hall. You just start hearing, in now is the name of any person, animal, place, or thing. In now is the name of any person, animal, place, or thing. The only way to scatter their formation, just say Baba Alpha, he, ha. There are some other students, ladies and gentlemen, their own work. When you have exam, after your exam, get out of the exam hall and be going to your hostel. Which one is after your paper? You will now start asking questions. What did you get in number 2? Those ones will say 0.5. You say 0.5 babu. You ask another person, what did you get in your number 2? That one will say 0.5. You ask another person, what did you get? That one will say 0.5. And you got 1,801,000. Somebody will now start telling you, don't you know that that's the simplest question? They even gave us as AOC. You will now start looking helpless. The spirit of tiredness will now come upon the person. You will now start walking with slow motion. Only him will carry calculator on the express. It is 1,800,000. We now start asking people that did not write the exam and don't ever have the question. You know, there are some other students, they always enter the exam with confidence and see they know what they are doing. Baba, we go kill them, no worry. This exam, we don't read, we go kill am. They enter the exam hall. All they are looking for is just one human being that is serious. Writing. By the time they just see the person, that's all. And they can post. Their swag is more than the school. They just identify somebody that they are determined to copy. Just look at the person. Just hear. You see, Baba Alpha, wait here. Ade, you say, wait. Come teach me. Teach you. Which one? Everything. You will not call the person's attention. Plus, they say answer 3 out of 5. You say, abeg, anyone when you feel help me, abeg. Now say, okay, listen. You are avoiding the vigilator. You are protecting yourself. The guy will hold my room. Say now. The guy will say you say Is the guy will ask, is it H-I-S or I-S? Is the name of any person. You will now go for that. Now asking foolish question like person. Which type of person? Is it a guy or animal? The guy will still ask animal. Is it lion or tiger? So see animal. Place. Say or thing. The guy will wait for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is too much. You wait for like 5 seconds. You say, abeg. You say, wait here. Can you help me spell it? Now is the name of it. You have not heard somebody that say, please, what is the full meaning of bud mass? A full-grown matured man. And you know, if they give you classwork in school, it's different from homework. Classwork, you can get, your homework, you can take it home. They will solve it for you. You get everything. But classwork, you wound yourself there. Mathematics question, x into x minus x raised to power x is equal to x. Find x. You are saying you one. In that same class that you are trying to figure things out, there is one boy with thick glasses that has rope. When you are still in number 1, the guy is in number 3. Math question. Before you know it, the guy will bring out calculator. He will not bring out ordinary calculator. He will bring out what now? Scientific calculator. In your mind, you say, hey, did they ask us to press calculator in this question? Before you know it, the guy will bring out graph book. Where did they ask us to draw graph? The guy will now be using broom to be drawing line. Where did they ask us to draw line in this question? Before you know it, the guy will bring out math. You will not start using math. You will not start using familiar part of math like pencil. And you start using things like protractor. Divider. He will be drawing circle. Who wants us to draw circle? Yeah! I got saying number 1. Before you know it, the guy will bring out 4-figure table. After you have now written, you are still rewriting the question. You are still rewriting number 1 question. The guy will now resolve his hand. Sir. You say yes? I want the strategy. What is wrong with you? Those type of students, they don't have the fear of God. Very terrible students. You will have class 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. And those 4 to 6 classes are always tiring. And the lecturers most of the time are always very boring. 4 to 6 lecturers. They will talk. They don't, and they will finish that class. When it's now 6 o'clock, in your mind you are like, let us be going home. The man will continue to talk to 5 minutes after 6. 10 minutes after 6, he now has a question. Who has a question? That same guy that has thick glasses with rope at the back. That's a sir. In the beginning of the class, you said something. Can you explain? The man will explain again for another 10 minutes. Everybody's already tired. After a while again, the guy will now raise his hand. Sir, before you call it a day, you promised to give us a test last week, sir. You promised to give us a test. When are you going to give us the assignment? Everybody will now complain. Now say, the man will just say, hey, you are complaining. Oh, yeah, all of you, tear shit off you. But you know, the last set of people that I would like to talk about are my former colleagues. They are still my colleagues and I really respect them. Lecturers. There are some lecturers that don't have the fear of God. Especially when it comes to invigilating exam hall. You know there are some lecturers when they are in the exam hall, they don't care. The way everybody is talking like this, they are not interested. If you like copy, it's not their business. If you like relocate from one chair to the other, it's not their business. But when they say pens up, if they body well, don't submit. It's you that will mark your scripts by yourself. There are some other students you will think, there are some other lecturers you will think they are sleeping. They always wear glasses. Dark glasses with big shafts. You will think they cannot see anybody. You will think they are asleep. When it is 1 hour into the paper, you just say that boy at the back, I will send you away. You know, there are some other ones that are, all they just need to do is to identify 2 students that they know that they want to cheat. And by the time they identify them, every other person does not matter. They will just sit in front of both of them. And they are not going to move an inch. Those students will not have to swear in their mind, you know, Baba will leave my video. Can't this Baba can't Rapture just carry this man away? The man will go nowhere. He will just continue to look at both of them. Instead of you to hold Biro like this, you will hold Biro like this. There are some other lecturers, they always bet with their colleagues. They are bet and say, Mamuyo Fonsi or Kakson. They are members of DSS. They always bet. And then just enter, you stand up, you stand up, you stand up, open your pocket. They must see something. You know? There are some other lecturers, their work is to scatter formation. You just enter the exam hall, they just look left and right. You just say, hey, you, go and sit down there. You, go and sit down there. You, go and sit. You will not see people looking at the pan. The author and finisher of their problem. But the worst set that I don't really like, and this is, I'm rounding up with this. Their own work is to enter the exam hall 1 hour, 45 minutes into a 2-hour paper. When you have written everything you know, you have poured out your mind. The ones you know, the ones you guessed, the ones that you think you read. When you are writing from the bottom of your heart, rounding up your thoughts, the man will just enter the exam hall. He will now start walking up and down. He will now stop where you are writing. He will now start reading what you are doing. You will now look up at the man's face. The man will say continue. He will continue to write, but by that time, there's something they call the rewesi. If you enter your close, you will now start writing with slow motion. The next thing the man will just say, he will just nod his head. He will just hear something like this. Read the question well. Some of you are writing nonsense. By that time, you and your self-esteem will be doing this. Damola is winning. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.